Hello students, let us start with a very important phenomenon of light which verify its transverse nature, that is polarization. Myself Devikant Deshmukh. We know that light is an electromagnetic transverse wave which consists of vibration of electric field and vibration of magnetic field in a direction perpendicular to direction of propagation. The plane of vibration of electric field and the plane of vibration of magnetic field in electromagnetic wave are mutually perpendicular. Research has proved that electric field vibrations are responsible for vision. Therefore, vibration of light means vibration of electric field. If we ignore the vibration of magnetic field, then representation of electromagnetic wave becomes simpler as a pure transverse wave, which consists of the vibration of electric field into a different planes. We also know that electromagnetic wave arises due to excitation of the atom. Therefore, a source of light consists of large number of atoms, and due to excitation of them, the emitted electromagnetic wave has an electric field vibrating in different direction. Some common source of such light are incandescent bulb, candle flame, and fluorescent light, which has an electric field vibrating into different directions. Such light beam which has vibration in more than one plane is called unpolarized light, whereas a light beam which has vibration in only one plane is called polarized light. The electric field vectors in unpolarized light can be resolved into two perpendicular components. This is the simpler way of representing an unpolarized light. This is the front view of wave. On a paper, such unpolarized light can be represented as the direction of arrowhead represent vibration in a plane of paper, whereas the dot represent vibration in a plane perpendicular to the plane of paper. Let us understand this polarization. When unpolarized ray of light is passed through a polarizer, it only allows those electromagnetic waves to pass through it which has an electric field vibration in a direction parallel to its crystallographic axis, which is also called as polarizing axis, and it is represented by a dotted line. This phenomenon of restriction of electric field vibration into a single plane is called polarization of light. Now let us see about the plane of vibration. A plane ABCD which consists of the vibration of electric field in plane polarized light is called plane of vibration, whereas a plane perpendicular to plane of vibration is called plane of polarization, represented by PQRS. When a ray of unpolarized light has an intensity I0 is passed through polarizer, the transmitted plane polarized light has intensity I0 upon 2. That is, due to polarization, intensity of light reduces to half. When such plane polarized light is again passed through second polarizer, which is also called analyzer, whose polarizing axes are parallel to each other, then transmitted light has the same intensity as the incident light, that is I naught upon 2. If the analyzer is rotate with respect to polarizer through an angle of 90 degree, then no light will pass through analyzer. The intensity of transmitted light through an analyzer is obtained by Malus law, which states that when a completely plane polarized light is incident on analyzer, the intensity of emergent light varies as the square of cosine of the angle between polarizer and analyzer, that is I is equal to I naught into cos square theta. Now let us obtain the polarization. The simplest method to produce plane polarized light is by reflection, and it is invented by Malus in 1808. Consider a transparent surface on which a ray of unpolarized light is incident. It is found that the simultaneous reflection and refraction takes place. The arrowhead represent direction of vibration in a plane of paper, and dot represent direction of vibration perpendicular to the plane of paper or surface. It is found that the reflected ray is partially polarized. The amount of polarization present in reflected ray depends upon the angle of incidence. If we change the angle of incidence, the amount of polarization in reflected ray also changes. At a certain angle, the reflected ray is found to be completely plane polarized. That angle of incidence is called polarizing angle, or it is also called Brewster's angle. However, this polarizing angle is obtained by using Brewster's law, which states that when light is incident at polarizing angle theta p at the interface of transparent medium, the refractive index of medium with respect to the surrounding medium is equal to tangent of polarizing angle, that is n is equal to tan of theta p, where n is the refractive index of medium with respect to the surrounding medium. Using Brewster's law, we can calculate the polarizing angle of a medium whose refractive index is known. For example, the refractive index of glass with respect to air is 1.5, then its polarizing angle will be 56.3 degree. Also, the refractive index of water with respect to air is 1.33, then its polarizing angle will be 53 degree. Let us understand polarization by scattering. We know that unpolarized light gets converted into partially plane polarized light by reflection. Similarly, light can also be polarized by scattering. This is also called Rayleigh scattering. Since light is electromagnetic in nature, it will vibrate the electrons of air molecule in a direction perpendicular to the direction in which they are traveling. This vibrating electron produces radiation which are completely plane polarized in a direction perpendicular to the direction of ray. Since no polarization of parallel to original direction of incident light takes place, the light perpendicular to the original ray is found to be completely plane polarized. However, in other direction, light scattered by air molecule will be partially polarized.